Aiza Seguerra. Chair Seguerra is not only an artist, but also a youth worker and advocate. Appointed to the National Youth Commission by President Rodrigo Duterte, Chair Seguerra is committed to support various exchanges that promotes ASEAN awareness, mutual understanding, appreciation of cultural diversity, respect for equality, and peace. Chair Seguerra will brief you about the ASEAN Leaders Interface with representatives of ASEAN youth. I am pleased to welcome Chair Seguerra.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can see me. I would like to talk about what happened this afternoon. The preparatory meeting for the ASEAN Leaders Interface with the youth just ended this afternoon. For this year's meeting, we adopted the theme ASEAN Work Plan for the Youth, Transcending Regional Boundaries. The two-day meeting that began yesterday had two workshops on identification of issues and recommendations on the different focus areas that are identified in the ASEAN Youth Work Plan. These include competence and resilience that covers climate change, disaster management, as well as health, entrepreneurship, employment, ASEAN awareness, education, and youth volunteerism, among others. The youth delegates from the 10 ASEAN member states were divided into groups based on the focus areas, and they were joined by 37 Filipino youth participants. Each participant was given an opportunity to express insights on the focus area that was discussed based on what was prevailing in the respective countries. After the lengthy discussions, the participants convened in a plenary to draft the statement that will be read to the ASEAN leaders during the interface tomorrow, April 29th, 2017, at the PICC, immediately after the opening of the 30th ASEAN Summit. The draft statement was referred back to the delegates for their comments and to the Committee on Style for editing and revisions if needed. The draft youth leaders statement contained the sentiments on the issues discussed, recommendations, and call for support from the ASEAN leaders during the interface. The following activities that transpired last April 27 and 28 are preparatory meeting at the Sofitel Philippine Plaza, fellowship dinner hosted by the Department of Health at the Blue Leaf Filipinas, institutional visit at Clinica Bernardo, a peer counseling center for people living with HIV and youth at risk, and the plenary presentation of output. We are looking forward for the recital of the youth leaders statement during the ASEAN Leaders Interface with the Youth tomorrow, along with the opening of the 30th Summit and Gala Dinner. Thank you very much, everyone.
We are now opening the floor for questions. Please state your name and your affiliation, and also please address our spokesperson as Undersecretary Seguerra or Chair Seguerra. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Undersecretary Seguerra.
Good afternoon.
I'm Noemi Dado, blogger.
Of course.
My question is, can you let us know what the youth can contribute in combating climate change?
Well, we can contribute our energy. We know that in terms of climate change, we can contribute our energy, our passion for advocating climate change. I will answer in Tagalog and English so I can express myself freely. Ang mga kabataan po, masasabi natin, we are very passionate. And we want to make sure that our Earth will be habitable for the next few years for all of us. So we want to use the energy ng mga kabataan natin, of the youth, not just in the Philippines but in ASEAN, so that we can tell everyone, we can empower everyone, and everyone will know the harm that climate change will do if we don't do anything about it.
Is there any more questions? Any more questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, that ends our press briefing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.